We would want to find out the challenges that you face in your teaching of English, and we would want to see whether there is a way in which we can come in and support. And a good example is that we had a training of English teachers in August in Abeche, and some of you came for the training. This is one of the ways in which we can support your teaching. Because for me, this is a very important activity. Some of you are teaching adults, some of you are teaching youth who want to learn English, and some of you have not had any training in English, so you are coming to teach what you know. So that means if you continue helping you to know more, then your students also will know more, and that way we'll have more and more of the people in Beijing speaking English. We have a visitor, Mr. Stuart from New York. He has a lot of experience in designing English programs through radio, and this is one way in which we are exploring whether we can teach English through radio.
I know that you have an English society here, Breaking Camp.
Yes.
So can you tell us more, give us more information about this society?
Before 2 years, all the teachers were teaching at homes. And the last year or this year,
Just go on.
we tried to collect the different schools and make one school or 2 schools. So we collected the eastern schools in one school and the western in one school. Then we tried to see it the best way for improving the learning. So we supposed to make a committee. So in the eastern camp, we made committee, and in the western committee, and we still trying to make a general committee in the camp. Yeah, for some reasons, committee might be to take the responsible or to try to solve the challenges which we are facing in learning or in teaching. And also, committee can try to participate in the general meetings in the camp with the leader of the camps and with the NGOs responsibles to see it the best way for learning and for improving. This is my comment.
Who come to learn English? Are they just young people like him?
The youth.
Yes. The youth? Yes. Or they are old people?
Youth.
The youth? The young people? Yes. Okay. At home?
Why? Because they want to improve themselves.
They want to improve themselves?
Yes.
Okay, that's one. Why they want to learn English?
We want to protect the world.
Good. They want to be in touch with what is happening in the world.
They want to be a good chairman.
They want to?
Be good chairman.
Had to improve their future.
English, it is used for all over the world.
English language is used as a language of
science.
science
Yeah.
all over the world.
Yes.
So if you want to know the world, you have to know.
English.
Yes.
He's sometimes taught by writing on the ground. He didn't have a board. He didn't have a board. He didn't have a class. He was out there in the sun and writing on the ground. This is A. This is B. And the student will look at it and write. For me, this is the most beautiful thing one can do. That you are not stopped by lack of materials to provide knowledge and skill. With no materials, you're using what you have in your head and you are able to teach someone to understand English. Bravo, I would say congratulations for all that. Okay? And I know this is a challenge that all of you have. But for me, the most important thing is the drive, the motivation you have.
English for Ethiopia. English for Ethiopia.
Hello, teacher. sounds just fine.
That's good enough?
I think so, but I have to give your application to Mrs. Leigh. She's in charge of hiring new workers. She'll call you in a few days.
Is that all?
That's all.
Saying is that Red is interested in helping you to be better teachers.
Keep on speaking, yeah.
It's good. Go on.
Listeners, please say work experience. Work experience.
Please say work experience. Work experience. Man, mowing the land.
Please say work experience. Work experience.
Okay.
I think Mrs. Leigh will be very pleased with your application. We need good, strong writers.
Oh, wait a minute. I wasn't looking for that job.
Hello, teacher. You have been listening to English program through radio, a program which has been initiated as a result of teachers' request to help the teaching of English. When we asked why the teachers want to learn and teach English, this is what they had to say.
I noticed that the refugees have very, very interesting to learn English. They are very fascinated to learn English. And now, when you go to the camp, you can see all the youth try to speak you English. Even if they saw some white man coming, they just come and say hi, something like that. And when you go to the camp also, if we saw white man coming to the camp, the little boy said, "Oh, how are you, something like that. And when we in the training and breeding camp, when I'm working, we have a center, youth center, and all the time the youth come and ask us to provide them English courses. We try to find out how we can organize, we can develop a program, a radio program for the English courses. And I think that will be very good things, because there is no qualified English teacher in the camp. And you know, in Chad also, if you cannot find some English teacher to send them to the camp to teach English. And I think that's the idea of the radio program for English courses. I think that this will be better. And really, this is their hope, because if you go to the camp, you can notice that really the youth are very motivated. They are very fascinated to learn English. They need also materials, learning and teaching materials. Sometimes they don't have chalk, blackboard, books, pen, or something like that. Yeah.
Well, I think we could have more than 240 teachers participating in the program, and by extension, we could have beneficiaries, indirect beneficiaries running into thousands if we do the program in all the camps. And when I say 240 is like having 20 teachers per camp, and if those teachers were to have more than 50 students, so we'll be able to get a good number of students learning English.